I just want to look at that 11-year-old Brittany and just kiss her and tell her that that's not the way to go about fitness. Hola amigos y amigas. Today we're going to be talking about my fitness journey and things that I have gone through and maybe some tips that will help you along your way so that you don't have to make my mistakes. Today, I will be showing you guys what I currently look like. This is post-COVID, so it's a lot of changes in my body, and I'm actually a little bit nervous to put it on camera just because this is probably the heaviest that I've been in maybe 2 years, I would say. Definitely a little scared to show you guys, but I'm going to because I want to be as transparent as I possibly can be so you guys can be with me throughout the whole journey. But when I was little, I was a little chubby girl. I didn't really care. I just really liked food. If you've ever grown up in a Hispanic family, you know that they will feed you probably 17 times a day. My grandma was that person. My mom could feed me and she would still give me more food. When I got to middle school,
I wanted to look cute.
that's where it kind of all started. Got a little bit into fitness, but it wasn't a healthy way, I would say. I actually look back and I just want to look at that 11-year-old Brittany and just kiss her and tell her that that's not the way to go about fitness. I actually had a bad relationship with food. I would eat a meal or sometimes an apple, and then I would go right away and I would work out and I'd do 50 sit-ups. I would run around the house. I would try to burn those calories of the food that I just ate. So I treated food as my enemy. Then I started realizing that that's not how I wanted to relate fitness into my life. I didn't want to be hating food, especially, it does so much for us. It's our energy. As I got a little bit older, I was more okay with, I'm losing weight. I kind of like how I look. So I kind of hit a stagnant point and I was like, okay, I think I'm good. I don't really need to be dying with exercise. Then between high school, I was still doing a little bit of workouts, but it wasn't as intense as I was burning off calories of every food I was eating. When I graduated high school, I went to college. Then a year after that, I decided that I wanted to join the military. Once I ended up joining the military, I lost some weight, basic training. When I came into the military, I started running a lot. And that was kind of when I said, well, I kind of want to do PT, the physical training that I did with the military. I wanted to invest more time in the gym. At the time, I didn't know, and I was watching YouTube videos while I was in training, and I was just trying to learn about how do you do a squat? These were the things that I had never done, or if I hadn't paid attention about doing it properly, or any of the really techniques and stuff that you need to know or that you should know to avoid injuries. And I started going to the gym. I was very nervous. I didn't know how to use the equipment, and I just kept walking around trying not to look dumb because I'm like, if I stop here and I read this sign, people are gonna know that I'm a newbie at the gym, and that's embarrassing. I think I did that for maybe about 6 months, where I was just so scared of what people would think of me at the gym if I didn't look like a professional and I wasn't just walking in there knowing what I was gonna do. So I was walking in there and I didn't have a plan. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was just kind of gonna do a little bit of everything. And I did that for maybe a year, so I was getting comfortable with the gym, but what I was seeing was that I wasn't seeing any results. I'm going to the gym and I'm not seeing the results that I want, and part of that reason was because I didn't have a plan, and it's so important to maintain a plan, but I didn't know that at the time. So I was just kind of getting comfortable with the gym. Later on, decided that I wanted to go through the green to gold process, where you go from being a sergeant to a lieutenant, and the military pays for your school so you can get your bachelor's. I was accepted, so currently I'm a full-time student. When I joined the ROTC program, something clicked, and I was like, you know what? I want to take this serious. I want to start making sure that I go to the gym, that I do things properly, that I know how to do it. And it just kind of became an obsession, but this was a good obsession, not the obsession like I had in middle school. I started learning about macros, and I started learning about how many calories I should be eating. Actually started cross country too. I was really skinny. At the time, I was happy because I was like, wow, I'm so skinny. This is pretty. I've never been this skinny. I really liked it. I was getting into fitness, but I think I was obsessing a little bit too much. I was actually working out a lot. I was exhausting myself. I wasn't using the right structure of a workout plan that I should have been doing. But of course, I didn't know any better at the time. I just wanted to work out. I just wanted to relieve my stress. And that's what I did. And I'm happy that I did that because it got me going to the gym. I was very obsessed with tracking my calories, and I was like, okay, no, you know, I can't, I passed 5 calories. Tomorrow I have to run an extra mile because I passed those calories. Yes, I was seeing results. I was seeing that I was getting skinnier. I was seeing all that, but something mentally wasn't okay. I was obsessing over my calories. Yes, tell my clients that you should be looking at your calories. You should be getting familiar, but it should be more of a flexibility where you're not so much punishing yourself if you're going over these calories, and it should be a healthy relationship. At that time, I think I said, you know what, I think I know what my body needs. Definitely took some trial and error. Finally realized what my body needed. That was intuitive eating, and I knew how to feel full. That was a very happy moment for me, and I switched. And instead of tracking my calories every day, you know, morning, every second of the day, I was actually just eating whatever I was getting hungry. I think that really helped mentally because I was able to spend time with my friends and not worry about, man, they want to go to Starbucks and that's 250 calories and I can't afford that and all this, and it was just more stress, and I was already in college and I was going through, so being a biology major is not easy, so I was going through so much stress. And then on top of that, I was stressing over school or my calories, working out. Where I am now is a lot better. I'm doing intuitive eating. Whenever I get hungry, I'll eat something, making sure that it's something nutritious. Sometimes you gotta have that chocolate or those marshmallows like I did.
Before this video, I had 5 marshmallows. I really enjoyed them.
The old Brittany would have been like, let me track those marshmallows, you know? It's gonna be the end of the world. And now I'm looking at it more like, okay, I had 5 marshmallows, you know? It's not like I'm gonna grow 5 marshmallows on my belly. I'm fine. Maybe I will, I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. The other portion that I've learned now is exhaustion. I know it seems like common sense, but there's a lot of stuff that really do need a personal trainer. That was part of the reason why I became so curious and why I wanted to become a personal trainer, was to help people like me, you know, see another soul, another woman, to think and relate fitness and nutrition to something bad, to a punishment. I didn't want that. And so I said, I need to get in the industry because I need to have that wake-up call with my clients, with my friends, and I need to tell them, hey, I've been through this. It's not worth it. It really isn't. My body has fluctuated so much from being a chubby girl from when I was little, super skinny, and then gaining weight. And then right now, this is probably, like I said, the heaviest that has been in 2 years. And part of that has to do because of COVID. I wasn't going to the gym. I was doing body weights, but it wasn't hard to work out like I had been doing prior to COVID. Definitely a lot of changes. And I could have looked at my body and thought, wow, but I love my body. It does so much for me. And I'm tired of punishing my body every time that I look in the mirror and I'm like, ugh, here goes another cellulite, or here goes another roll. Or as I'm sitting down right now and I'm looking at my rolls, I could be, you know, looking down and being like, you know, let's skip breakfast, let's skip dinner, let's skip every meal of the day tomorrow to try to make up for what's going on. Now I kind of live life, what? This is a lifestyle, not a quick fix. I have felt so much happier. And my point is, your body's gonna fluctuate so much. There's no need to look at someone else and say, that's the body that I want, because you have your own body. Don't look at somebody else. Look at pictures. That's why I'm a big fanatic of pictures, and I tell my clients, take pictures, and they say, Brittany, I don't want to, you know, I look nastier. I hate my pictures. I hate my body. I say, girl, we need to get those pictures. You're gonna be obsessed when you see that change. And it might be small changes or it might be big changes, but any change is change. And we need to be looking at the small wins. We need to be happy if there is a small change. If there's anything that you remember from this video, is that you need to be consistent. You need to love your body the way it is. Never look at your body and think negative thoughts. Look at it and say, you know what, I love you. You do so much for me, and I'm gonna take care of you. It should be about one step at a time. You should never say, okay, from eating 2,500 calories, I'm gonna go down to 900, which you shouldn't even do. You shouldn't do anything drastic like that. It should be about smaller steps. Hey, I've never worked out in my life. Let me go for a 30-minute walk. And it's about taking those small steps and celebrating those small wins. You skip the Coke for lunch, small win. You should be happy with yourself. You should be striving and pushing yourself, not punishing and down talking to yourself. There's already, this is what beauty should look like. Why don't we make our own standards? Why don't we show them, hey, you know, I'm this size and I'm beautiful too. Like, I know American Eagle, they've been putting a lot of models of different body shapes. It shows women, you know, that you don't have to be a certain size to be beautiful. We're all beautiful, And let's just remember that. So we've reached this part of the video. Like I said, this is the heaviest that I've ever been, but I really wanted to record it more for me to stay accountable because I'm trying to start a calorie deficit. We're gonna be seeing a lot of changes. I weighed myself today with ROTC. So I weighed myself and I weigh 119. This is the heaviest that I have been. Before COVID, I was 113. I have seen some growth in the glutes. With growth in the glutes, it's growth in the belly. See it poking out a little bit over here. I feel heavier too. My arms aren't as slim. Here you could see that I've lost a bit of shape on my tummy area, so I don't have that curve that I used to have. My legs are getting a little bit thicker. With that thickness comes a little bit of cellulites and a little bit of stretch marks. My back has lost a little bit of definition. It's not as defined as it used to be. This is where I'm at right now. 119. I am going on the cutting route very soon. Thank you guys for watching.